Hi, everyone. This is Megan from the marketing department. Thank you for taking time to join us today. We are super excited about Office Express and just being able to evolve our catering program. So we hope you guys are excited for you, and we think this will be a pretty easy, seamless process. So if you have any questions, you can always type them in the chat box or raise your hand and we will unmute you. And then we'll just answer any questions that you may have at the end of the call. So just to give you a little background about Office Express, they're what we call a third-party catering company, and they're really going to help us grow our catering business into what we really want it to be. They're going to be able to reach out to different businesses and organizations with their online presence and their marketplace. And then they also make it easier for businesses to order food online. They have a very simple online tool, which is great because, as you know, we don't have that capacity right now. And then orders can be anywhere between routine office lunches, off-site meetings, or even parties. So they really specialize in group caterings, and the majority of their orders are usually going to different offices that might need to bring food in and don't have the ability to go out. So they have on-demand catering delivery. So we will now give our guests the option to have their catering order delivered. And I think that's really going to help expand our entire catering program. And then it allows you as operators and also the guests to spend less time on the phone and also help with maybe some inaccuracies because they are placing the order themselves online. So you no longer have to take an order over the phone if they're using Office Express. And then the best part is they accept online payment. So they're going to pay for the order before they come and pick it up. So just to give you a little background on how we place the catering orders, the guests visit theofficeexpress.com, and from there they're going to enter in their zip code, the date they want the order, and the time they want to receive the catering order. So when they go to theofficeexpress.com, they're going to see a variety of different restaurants. So I just took a screenshot at what was available here in San Diego. So they're going to pick all these they can look through all these different restaurants, and then Soup Plantation or Sweet Tomatoes will be a choice for them. And then in this notes section that you see here on the right side, it will say 24 hours notice. So you're not going to have somebody who's just going to need an order in an hour. We are asking that everybody give us 24 hours notice to prepare the catering order. This sets everybody up for success. So that's just a little bit of screenshot of what our guests will see when they place the order. So they're going to go, if they happen to select Soup Plantation or Sweet Tomatoes, our catering menu will pop up, and we've mirrored the catering prices and packages to what we have advertised in store in our catering brochure, and also what we have advertised on our website. And then all of your participating individual location pages will have, you can see down here, I've pointed an arrow that we now deliver via Office Express. So this will link out to the main Office Express website, and then they can choose how to order. So I'm just going to give you a little sneak peek of what it looks like that'll launch here for us. So this has Soup Plantation. If you're Sweet Tomatoes, it will default to the Sweet Tomatoes logo. The guests will put in their zip code, and then they're going to pick a date, and then they pick the time, and then they hit go. And then you can see here we are, Soup Plantation at the top. It has all of our different catering packages that we have, all of our combo packages. If they want to order soups a la carte, we also have the tossed salads, prepared salads, the baked potato bar. So really everything that's included on our catering menu that you have in store is now online, and then they can customize. So if they just want to do the soup and salad that serves 10, they can add chicken to it, the veggie tray, the potato bar, and then each one will ask which salad they want and what dressing they want. So they have quite a few options here. And then they do the same thing with the soup. They can click which soup they want, and then it shows that the sourdough loaf and butter is included, and also the bowls. And then if they have any specific instructions, they can note that here. Then they would add it to the cart, and then they would check out. So that's just a little sneak peek on what guests will see from their point of view. And then once the guest is done, they will start the checkout process. So they'll put in where they want the catering order delivered, as I mentioned, the date and time, and anything they have specially that they need, any special requests. Office Express accepts payment, sales tax, the delivery fee, and then any sort of gratuity that the guest wants to add at checkout. So you don't have to deal with anything on the money side. And then as a guest, they will receive, this is just an order of a receipt. It shows the exact detail of what the guest ordered. This is actually from one of our orders at the office when we ordered Rubio's a while back. But just to give you a screenshot of what it does look like, and you will receive something very similar that really outlines what the guests want for their order. So what happens next? So once an order has been placed, the location email, the GM email, and then the DO email will all receive an email notification, and that notification will ask you to confirm that you've received the order. This way, Office Express knows, yes, I've got it, we'll have the order prepared. If you do not confirm, they're pretty quick on this. They follow up with a phone call and an email in 10 to 15 minutes just to make sure that you have everything, because they want to be able to set you guys up for success, the driver up for success, and then of course the guest ordering their catering from you all up for success. So it should be pretty hard to miss the order coming through. We think this will be a pretty easy process. And then that order confirmation is going to have all the details that you need to know. And then once you receive the order, we want you to fill out the catering order form as you do now when somebody calls in. This way you can triple check that you have everything that you need, and you're all used to doing this already. So it will just make it a little more organized and just another place to use as a checklist. And also make sure we're including the utensils, serving utensils, cups, if they've ordered beverages, that sort of thing. So the same thing you do to prepare for a catering order now if it was placed over the phone. So on the day of delivery, just make sure you have everything ready prior to the driver arriving. This will ensure the food is delivered on time. And the driver will come, you can kind of see here, they have very large bags that are insulated. So this will help keep the food hot or cold, depending on what we're serving. And they'll come and pick it up. And then just make sure you review that catering order form with the driver to make sure everything is ready for them. And they know they have everything and you know you've delivered everything. So then closing out the order on the POS. As I mentioned earlier, the Office Express accepts all the payment for us, so we don't have to worry about that. So you're going to ring up a catering order on the POS as you would any other order. And then when you close out the order, you'll need to hit a button called Office Express. This is being added to all of your POSs. I'm going to show you some screenshots in a little bit. And then at the end of the period, accounting will then credit your location for the sale. And then Office Express charges a 25% commission fee, and then they collect the delivery fee and any gratuity fee on their own. So I'm just going to take you through the process on all of this. So this is your POS screen as you see it today for anything catering. So let's say they just ordered the catering signature combo. You're going to select that, and that's maybe all they ordered. And then you're going to hit add note, as you see up here. This is very important, especially for accounting when they reconcile on the back end. They're going to need to know the order number. So you're going to hit add note, and from there, this screen will pop up, and you're going to enter the customer code and the order number. After you've entered that in, you're going to hit touch here before swiping credit card, and that will take you to the next screen. So you can see that there's the signature combo up here, and then you can see the order number. This is, as I mentioned, for accounting purposes. Then you will hit subtotal and payment. And there's the payment. And then, as you see, we added that Office Express button. You're going to select Office Express as payment. And then apply the payment. And then you can print the bill, and then you'll push done and exit, and it will close the order out. And this is how you don't have to accept any payment, but we will see everything on the back end, and we'll make sure that your store does in fact get some credit for this catering order. So that's basically the whole process. It's pretty simple. It's not anything much less than you're doing right now. You'll receive the order, fill it, give it to the driver, and then you just have to close it out on the POS using that Office Express button. It shouldn't happen often, but if for somehow the guest calls the restaurant instead of Office Express, you can use this number right here to either help them with their inquiry, or you can direct them to that number. It's really up to you, but the guest is given all of Office Express's contact information, so they really serve as the customer service on that side of things, and you guys shouldn't have to deal with anything too much. And that is the end of our quick presentation. I do see there's a few chats in here. Oh, Avra. Sales will be recorded in real time, just like any other sale. The 25% service fee will be charged at the end of the period. Will we see the 25% fee on the P&L, and then it will go under your ProServe line. So are there any other questions or concerns, comments? Can you share this presentation so we can have reference? Yes, so I will share this with you just as Christina does when you guys do a normal learning lab. I've recorded the call, so if anyone on your management team wasn't on this call, I will send this out to you along with the slides, and then I'll send a separate document of the POS instructions. That way you can keep it at the cashier so you have the step-by-step instructions on how to ring it up properly. Will it say clam chowder only available on Friday in Arizona? I will check. We can make that adjustment. What happens if something happens to the food on the way to the guest? Office Express actually has a great customer service, and they handle all of that. They handle any sort of refunds, any sort of problems, and then if we need to get involved or issue another order, then we'll approach it then. But they really handle everything from the order being, ordered online to it being delivered to whoever it's supposed to receive it. How busy are we expecting to be in the beginning? Well, we're just rolling this out. We haven't done any major marketing around it. We will be adding it to your individual location pages. But we're really trying to have a soft rollout for this because we know it's a new process. We don't plan to advertise it through Club Veg or anything like that just yet. And it is only 43 locations, not the entire system is on this. So it's going to be a soft rollout. Office Express does some marketing on their end, but I don't expect it to be crazy in the beginning. Did you emphasize the order number? Yes, so I told them it's very important we have to add in the order number. It says add note when you select which catering package you're doing, and then you do add note and you put the order number in there. Nope, it'll just be one order number, one complete order number. So if it was one catering package and then they had several add-ons, it's still just one order number. Will we be doing Uber Eats or DoorDash in the future, or is this the only delivery vendor we anticipate to use? Yes, that's the goal. We would like to have more online ordering. This is just our first step, our first time to get through the door, see how we do with this. We plan to launch, it's another company called Easy Cater, and that will be all 97 locations. So that's our next step. But this is really just the first step. And pretty exciting since we're finally moving into the online ordering world. So yes, that's the grand goal, but we're taking some baby steps. These are all great questions. If they call directly with changes, you can, or with changes, how you handle it. So you can either, what I would do just to really help the guest out is obviously get their inquiry, and then I would call this main line if they need to make any changes. And you can do it that way. That way you don't have to have them involved the whole time.
Especially, this is Julie, especially if they're adding another pint or quart of soup to an order, they're going to want to make sure that it's on the order when they deliver it to the guest and the payment is correct.
Yes. And I actually personally order from Office Express a lot if we're ordering food for someone here at the office, and you can go back in and change your order. So if you're pretty savvy with ordering online, you can go in and adjust. So it's a very user-friendly site. I would have to check on how the time frame on adjusting. Any other questions? What if a guest calls the restaurant to make a catering order for pickup without going to Office Express? Can we still take them or reference them to Office Express? You can certainly take them as you do now. You just fill out your order form. You just can't take payment over the phone, and they would have to pick up the order. But if they are looking for a delivery, they need to go through Office Express, because we still at the store level cannot take payment or offer to deliver it to someone's house on our own. So it just depends on what the guest wants. If they're willing to pick it up and pay for it when they arrive, we can certainly take that over the phone. Any other questions? You know where to find us if you have any questions.
So this is Julie. Thank you guys so much for being part of this. This is our first step of getting into off-premise outside the four walls. So this is super, super exciting. So any feedback during this process is very crucial. So please feel free to contact us in the marketing department if anything comes up.
Yep. All right. Well, thank you guys so much for jumping on the call and being a part of this. We hope this is exciting for you. It's just another step to grow our business and get our name out there and hopefully bring more guests in the door. And we just appreciate you being kind of our guinea pigs as our first step in online ordering. I'm sure there'll be some hiccups along the way, so please be in full communication with us, because we want this to be easy and seamless for all of you.
Thank you, Megan.
All right. Thank you, guys.